It is not at all clear to me why it is that cash, as opposed to a check or a wire transfer, has made this into a news story. You know, maybe because it kind of feels like some spy novel or, some, crime novel, because cash was exchanged. The reason cash was exchanged is because we don't have a banking relationship with Iran, which is precisely part of the pressure that we were able to apply to them.
President Obama today. Let's talk more about what President Obama had to say, especially about that Iran deal, $400 million in cash. Today, after his National Security Council meeting at the Pentagon and the Defense Secretary's comments to me earlier. Syndicated columnist Charles Krauthammer is here tonight. Charles, as the president is saying that, what he just said about this $400 million taken by an unmarked cargo plane into Tehran, as the hostages were getting ready to leave, one of the hostages on Fox Business Today said that they were stuck on the tarmac for about 2 hours. And they asked what the delay was, and he said, because we had to wait for another plane to land.
Because they had to wait for the ransom to arrive. That's what happens when you ransom a hostage. You wait until the cash arrives, and then the guy in all the movies is released to go across, the field where he's being released. Look, for them to try to pretend this was anything other than a ransom is laughable, and I think it hurts their credibility. You can argue it was the only way. You can argue we were in negotiations and we thought, what the heck, if we're going to give them 150 billion elsewhere, why not 1.7? It's not a lot. And then the president's defense of the use of cash, as if this is, well, we couldn't wire the money. Well, why couldn't you wire it? He said, because of sanctions. Well, that means because they were actually going around the law, going around sanctions, and they had to do it illicitly, clandestinely, at night, the way it's done by gangsters. That's because they were doing ransom. They didn't want anyone to know, and they had to go around the law and the Congress. The Congress didn't know. No, this is not old news. It's new news, and it's highly embarrassing. And the president, I have to admit, he's rather good with words. He made it sound like this was just completely natural.